180 degrees because our theta is 135, so it will fall here. So, and what is the formula here? 180 minus theta. That's the formula. So, but remember that it's only sign that is positive here. So, what is our theta now? Our theta is 135. So, 180 degrees minus 135 degrees, and that will definitely give us 45 degrees. That will give us 45 degrees. Now, the question now asks us, our theta is now 45 degrees. The question now asks us for what? Cos theta. Cos theta will now be cos 45 degrees. So, in this situation, remember that we started from cos theta, we started from theta equals to 135, which falls here. And we are talking about cos. Automatically, it will definitely be what? It will be negative, since it is only sign that is positive here. That means what I'm going to have is, by special angle, cos 45 will be what? 1 over 2. 1 over root 2. 1 over root 2. But because our theta, which is 135, fall into the second quadrant where only sign is positive, this one will be carrying a negative sign because cos is negative at this region. So we definitely have what? 1 over root 2. Minus 1 over root 2 as our answer. But sometimes UTME can be so tricky such that they will not leave the answer here. So you will need to what? Rationalize before you eventually get your final answer. Is the answer there this way? No. So we will need to do what? Rationalize. And by rationalizing, we write minus 1 over root 3 over root 2. We multiply by root 2, that is the base, over root 2. This is the way to rationalize. So we pick up the base, we make it a fraction, and use it to multiply the original fraction. And so by this we have rationalized. So we have rationalized. So here, this times this, that gives minus root 2 over root 2 times root 2. That will be root 2 times 2, and that will be minus root 2 over 2 times 2, 4. So root 4. What is root 4? What root 4 is 2. So we have minus root 2 over 2. So our answer will be minus root 2 over 2. So let's go to our option and see the one that matches that. And that will be no other option rather than what? Option C. So the next question says, a man stands on a tree 150 centimeter high and sees a boat an angle of depression of 74 degrees. Full stop. Find the distance of the boat from the base of the tree. That is what the question asks us to do. So by virtue of this question 4, we are trying to work on what? The concept of angle of depression. It should be noted that the angle of elevation and angle of depression are equal. Now, if you draw a horizontal line, then it is perpendicular. That means it's 90 at this end. So when you pick angle of depression is starting from this horizontal mark, and it goes somewhere 74 degrees as they given to us in the question. So we can take it this way. So automatically, this will definitely be what? Our angle of depression, which is what? That they given to us in the question to be what? 74 degrees. So that means what will be left here will be what? Because the whole of this place is 90. So 90 minus 74, that will definitely give us what? 16. So the remaining angle here will be 16 degrees. Meanwhile, the question says a man stands on a tree 150 centimeter high. So he's standing on a tree here. So that means the height of this is 150 centimeter high, and sees a boat at an angle of depression of 74 degrees, which has been shown in the diagram. Find the distance of the boat from the base of the tree. This is the top of the tree where the man is standing. This is the top of the tree where the man is standing. This is the base of the tree. This is the base of the tree. So the question asks us to find the distance of the boat. This is the boat at this particular angle of what? Elevation, which is now what? 74 degrees. Now, this is the boat. So this is the base of the tree. So the question is asking us for this place. And let's call the base X. Let's call that place x. So it's either we use this or we use this. So whichever, we definitely get the result. So if you are to use this, because we know the angle of depression is equal to angle of elevation. So I will say opposite adjacent, that is tan. Tan 74 degrees will be opposite, which is 150 centimeter over the adjacent that I'm looking for. So my x will now be 150 centimeter divided by tan 74 degrees. So we can employ the use of our mathematical calculator, as the electronic device, to figure out the answer here. So here we are working with 150. So we have 150 divided by tan 74, and that will give us 43.01. We have 43.01 centimeter. So in this situation, 43.01 centimeter, which is approximately 43 centimeter. So in this situation, we go to our option and see the one that matches that, and that will be no other option rather than what? Option B. Then, question number 5. A man walks 100 meters due west. So in this situation, what we need to do is to draw our 4 cardinal. These are our 4 cardinal points. This is our what? Our west. This is our east. This is our north, and this is our south. So in this situation, let's say the man is somewhere here, and the man is walking due west. So it's moving like this, because this is the west direction. The man walks 100 meters due west. So we can call this place 100. You can say this place is 100 meters. And it's coming from what? West. This is our west position. Now, from a point X to Y. So let's call this point X. Then to point Y. Let's say the point where it reaches here is now point Y. Then he then walks 100 meters due north. Where is our north? Look at our north. By virtue of this is the North Pole. So he's walking 100 meters due north, somewhere around here. Let's draw our 4 cardinal also. So this place is 100 meters in the north direction to a point Z. So this point, we call this point Z. Find the bearing of X. Find the bearing of X from Z. The bearing of X from Z. So the bearing of X from Z will be somewhere here. And you roll it down. So this is the bearing of Z. This is the bearing of Z from X. Where it touches the line of X. This is the line of sight coming from what? X. So the bearing will be this. This plus this. Now, the next question now is, this place is, this is what? This place is 90 because it's perpendicular. This place is 90 degrees. And remember that these two sides are equal. So automatically this makes this what? An isosceles triangle. And what is one of the properties of an isosceles triangle? The base angles are equal. So this angle must be equal to this angle. You should note that. And since this place is 90, the sum of angles in a triangle is what? 180 degrees. And since this place is 90, that means the sum of this and this will definitely be what? 90. Because 90 plus 90 will make up for what? 180 degrees, which is the sum of angles in a triangle. So 90 minus 180 will give us 90. So 90 will be shared between these two angles, since the base angles of isosceles are equal. And if you have to share 90 between two angles, 2 divided by 90, that would definitely give us 45 degrees. That means this place is 45 degrees, and this place is also what? 45 degrees. Now, we now want to find the bearing of X from Z, which is from this place to this place is 90. This place to this place is 90, and this place to this place is what? 45. So automatically the bearing, we can now write that the bearing of x from z will now be equals to 90 degrees plus 45 degrees, and that will give us 135 degrees. So the answer will definitely be 135 degrees, and which is what? Option. Question 6. A cliff on the bank of a river is 300 meters high. If the angle of depression of a point on the opposite side of the river is 60 degrees, find the width of the river. In this situation, we are meant to represent this information diagrammatically. So, and by so doing, so that we can get a clearer picture of what we ought to solve. So in that situation, we have a cliff, then, which is what? Let's say this is the river bank. Then the cliff is what? On 300 meters high. So it's 300 meters high, so we have 300 meter high. Then, if the angle of depression of a point on the opposite side, we are supposed to have the angle of depression coming this way. But since the question has stated it that it's opposite side, so automatically we are going to have a scenario like this, where you have